last amen still hanging in the rafters. The wooden pews are cold and empty now. I stay behind when everyone had scattered, to sit and let the quiet settle down. My hands are tired from offering the blessing. My voice is hoarse from speaking all the words. I came to find the peace I keep on telling, and let it fall on me like evening birds. Still waters, steady soul. The silence knows just what I need. This old church breathes a prayer for me, while wind slips through the gaps and sings still waters, steady soul. I'm letting go of everything. I walk the aisle where children came for blessing. I stand and watch the stained glass windows fade. The dust is thick upon the old piano, but grace is not a song that I have made. Still waters, steady soul. The silence knows just what I need. This old church breathes a prayer for me, while wind slips through the gaps and sings still waters, steady soul. I'm letting go of everything. I open up the worn and cracked old Bible. Its pages smell of years and silent prayer. I read the verse that says, be still and know. And for a moment I'm finally there. Still waters, steady soul. The silence knows just what I need. The wind has carried all my heaviness away. I am still, I am whole, here where the quiet holds me safe. The wind moves through the gaps again, and I am nothing but a quiet soul. First light through the apple tree, pale and thin, I knelt by the zucchini bed to pull the thorn vine in. The dew soaked through my jeans, the soil still cold. My fingers found a clod of earth, a story centuries old. Not a prayer I spoke, just a breath I held, as a wren began her scale from the fence that never held. The gate my father built, now leaning with the weight of 30 summers, 30 winters, and a faith that learned to wait. One more country sunrise, one more chance to bend low enough to see the ground where mercy has no end. I've got nothing to prove, nothing left to earn, just my hands in the soil and a heart that's learning to return. The thistle roots were stubborn, a memory of the drought that crashed feel last August when the well was running out. I tugged and felt the give, a victory small and slow, like the way my wife forgave me all those years ago. Not a verse I read, just the way the light fell through the branches of the pear tree, as if to tell a truth I'd heard before, but never knew so plain, that gratitude is not a song, but the quiet after rain. One more country sunrise, one more chance to bend low enough to see the ground where mercy has no end. I've got nothing to prove, nothing left to earn, just my hands in the soil and a heart that's learning to return. And if the Lord should call me home before the evening bell, let the last thing I remember be the dirt beneath my nail and the sound of birds still singing where the wild raspberries grew. I had one more country sunrise and it was enough, it was true. One more country sunrise, one more chance to kneel. Let the thistle teach me patience, let the dirt tell me what's real. I've got nothing to prove, nothing left to earn, just my hands in the soil and a heart that's learning to return. The bay was still, the lantern sputtered low. I'd cast 100 times and nothing bit. The storm had passed an hour or so ago and left the boat with a slow and steady drip. I wasn't even praying, just sitting in the dark, watching the water take the sky apart, until morning comes again, until the light finds every rusted hook. I'll sit here with the smell of rain and trust the water doesn't have to look for me to know I'm held. The old faucet at the stern kept talking low, drip and pause like a hymn. I pulled the last line in an hour ago, but something in the silence pulled me in. It wasn't a voice, it was the quiet I heard, the kind that doesn't need a single word, until morning comes again, until the light finds every rusted hook. I'll sit here with the smell of rain and trust the water doesn't have to look for me to know I'm held, for me to know I'm held. The catch was never what I came here for, The empty net is full of something more. So until morning comes again, until the sun climbs over the old dock, I'll listen to the drip and know I'm in the kind of hands that never need a clock to hold me still. The headlights cut through fog along the county line. My hands still remember the weight of that last cold blue. The dashboard clock says 3:17, and the fields are waking up to dew. I roll the window down an inch and let the cool air in. The gravel spits a rhythm underneath the tires. There's a light on at the old white church on the hill. Somehow my shoulders start to tire less. Every mile, every mercy, every crack in the pavement, every sign that says next town 12 miles. Every moment I forgot I was praying. Turns out I was carried all the while. Dashboard's dark, I let the silence have its way. The deer stands still in the middle of the road. I slow down, she doesn't move, she just looks at me like she knows I've been carrying a heavy load. Her eyes catch the headlight, then she turns into the dark. I sit there a second longer than I planned. The engine idles, the heater hums a low note, and I feel the tension leaving from my hands. Every mile, every mercy, every crack in the pavement, every sign that says next town 12 miles. Every moment I forgot I was praying. Turns out I was carried all the while. The sky's turning gray before the sun decides to show. I pass the last stop sign and turn onto my street. The porch light's burning, I didn't leave it on, but someone must have known I'd need the heat. Every mile, every mercy, every crack in the pavement, every night shift that I thought would break my soul. Every moment I forgot I was praying. I was never driving home alone. The whole creek slow against the dark lines pull. My boots leave prints of dew along the wood. I push off silent oar locked in the lock. The dark's still thick enough to be a hood. The bell buoy clangs a half-mile out from shore, a hollow note that doesn't call a warn, just tells the fog where the deep water lies. A steady pulse before the day is born. And I came here to pull a living from the deep, but all I've pulled is nothing week by week. The tackle rusts, the bait turns soft and gray, and still I sit and watch the dark give way. The bell before sunrise sings the same old song. Wait a little longer, dawn is coming on. I don't know if the fish will ever bite, but something in the murk feels half alright. My granddad taught me here when I was small. The lake don't owe you nothing, he would say. He'd tie a hook with fingers thick as corn, and hum the hymns he wouldn't sing in church. One morning he sat empty through his line, then laughed and said, the best ones get away. He never cursed the water or the weight. He just unlatched the oarlocks, rowed toward day. And I ain't him, I've cursed this stretch of lake. I've felt the patience thin like worn out line. But this morning something soft is in the air, a quiet that reminds me I am mine. The bell before sunrise sings the same old song. Wait a little longer, dawn is coming on. I don't know if the fish will ever bite, but something in the murk feels half alright. The first bird calls a single note, then two. The buoy stops its ringing, wind dies down. The sky goes silver, then a seam of blue, and I am just a man who didn't drown. The bell before sunrise sang me to this shore. I didn't catch a thing, but I want more. The line hangs limp, the boat rocks soft and slow, and that low clang is all I need to know. I sat on the bank where the cedar leans low, the line in my hand still wet from the throw. Not a single tug since the sun started west. Just the weight of a day that wouldn't rest. I picked up a stone, flat, smooth, river worn, and threw it across where the current is torn. It skipped twice, then sank without any sound, and the ripples went out and then folded around. And the crickets began their low, steady drone, like the earth was exhaling a long, waiting groan. The sky at my shoulder turned violet and deep, and I let the silence come, slow and complete. I wasn't looking for a voice in the air, just a place to set down the weight that I carried. But the stone kept sinking and the water kept still, and something inside me stopped asking for more. The cedar above held the last of the light, and the whole river held me still, not alone. I remember mornings I cursed at the wind, cracked the oar on the dock, swore I was done. But tonight I'm not counting the fish that got free, just watching the clouds turn from tarnish to tea. There's a kind of prayer in a stone that won't fly, and letting it go when it's too dark to try. The sky's almost gone, one amber line, and the crickets are softer now, keeping the time. And I breathe in the smell of wet grass and rust, and I don't need a reason to finally trust. The river is telling me nothing at all, and that's the best answer I've known since the fall. I wasn't looking for a voice in the air, just a place to set down the weight that I carry. But the stone kept sinking and the water kept still, and something inside me stopped asking for more. The cedar above held the last of the light, and the whole river held me still, not alone. So maybe God's silence is not a closed door, maybe it's the room where your heart finally lands, and the crickets don't need to explain their own song, they just sing, and the dark understands. I wasn't looking for a voice in the air, just a place to set down the weight that I carry. But the stone kept sinking and the water kept still, and something inside me stopped asking for more. The cedar above holds the last of the light, and the whole river holds me still, not alone. Still not alone. The afternoon sun through the window crack lays a line of gold across the workbench. Oh, I've got a broken rung here, split at the joint, and my hands remember when this chair first spoke. I could fix it fast with a nail and glue, but something in me wants to do it slow, to feel the grain give way under the plane, let the shavings curl and let the silence grow. The dust settles where my breath has been, and the rhythm of my arms starts to slow. I don't need to know what comes after this, I just need to trust that the wood will hold. There's a shaving caught in the lamplight's reach, curl like a question I used to chase. But the plane keeps moving steady and true, and the chair begins to take its rightful place. I could hurry home, there's a list to keep, but the longer I stay, the more I find that the work itself is a kind of prayer, and the stillness here is a patient kind. The dust settles where my breath has been, and the rhythm of my arm starts to slow. I don't need to know what comes after this, I just need to trust that the wood will hold. Last joint fits without a word, I set the plane down on the dusty floor. The chair stands steady, it doesn't lean, and I breathe for the first time since before. The dust settles where my breath has been, and the rhythm of my arm starts to slow. I don't need to know what comes after this, I just need to trust that the wood will hold. I just need to trust that the wood will faded from the wall. The wooden pew stood empty, cold and still. I stayed behind when all the lights went out. The clock above the doorway ticking still. I preached to streams I couldn't seem to find, and hoped that no one read my tired mind. But mercy found me here before I spoke, before I knew you're carried home. A quiet beam of light across the floor. Mercy found me here and asked for nothing more.
I traced the grain of wood beneath my hands, replay the lines I said to empty roads.
The silence grew so loud
I couldn't stand,
until a stream of gold fell on my clothes.
I thought I had to earn what I could not, but in the quiet all my striving stopped. Mercy found me here before I spoke, before I knew the way you're carried home. A quiet beam of light across the floor. Mercy found me here and asked for nothing more. You were here before the candles ever burned, before the first confession had been learned. While I was counting all my empty tries, you were counting mercy from the other side. Before I felt the weight of my own shame, before I knew enough to call you ask for nothing more.
I left the lamp on in the windowsill. The prayer still hung in that quiet room. I stepped outside where the air stood still. The sky had bruised into a softer bloom, and something stirred where the tall grass meets. 1,000 tiny echoes in the weeds. I didn't know what I was asking for. The silence felt like a closing door. But then the dark began to breathe. Fireflies lift like questions, answered slow. One blink, then two, then all the spaces glow. I don't need to understand it all, just that somewhere light still answers when I call. And the crickets keep their steady ancient sound, while the mystery of the evening gathers round.
I'd been carrying doubt like a stone in my chest, wondering if anyone heard me at all. But these small lights float without any rest, and they don't need to make a sound to fall. They just rise from the earth like a quiet yes. The only answer I could ever possess.
Didn't know what I was looking for, but the dusk is a patient metaphor, and the dark began to bless. Fireflies lift like questions, answered slow. One blink, then two, then all the spaces glow. And I don't need to understand it all, just that somewhere light still answers when I call. And the crickets keep their steady ancient sound, while the mystery of the evening gathers round. And when the last one fades into the trees, I'll still be standing here, not quite at ease. But maybe that's what faith is meant to be, a porch step and the world agreeing. Fireflies lift like questions, answered slow. One blink, then two, then all I need to know. Don't demand the whole sky to unfold, just this moment where the dark is gently told. That the crickets keep their steady ancient sound, and the mystery of the evening gathers round.